Alright. Hey guys, Toonie here, and I'm going to go over a video regarding possibilities for the balloons for this year's Macy's parade. It's a thing I've done for like the past 2 years, so I'm gonna do it again this year. So, alright. First of all, we gotta start off with the one that's already confirmed, which is the elf on the shelf with extraordinary Nora, which I did predict the idea of a new elf on the shelf balloon. I did think it was more likely than someone else who I'm going to bring up in this video, but yeah. But I want to say who the most likely choice is, and I think most of y'all could all agree with this. But a new Garfield. I mean, with all the promotion Garfield's been getting, the new movie. Well, I mean, went all out, but of course there was the Garfield balloon reference that was in the movie, and so I just feel like it, and like I think Garfield had a social media post that kind of like reference the old balloon. So if they're just referencing the old balloon, like could that be like a possibility or a hint that they're gonna try to bring it back? I don't know really, but I don't know. It just a new Garfield balloon just seems very likely. Um, but let's go for the other likely choices and just likely choices that I'm doubting. I'm going to put these both together because I do think some of these are likely, and then some of these I just think, and lots of these ones that I think are likely, I have reasons why I could disagree with them being into the parade. But yeah, let's go over. First off, we got a new Sonic the Hedgehog, which I definitely think it makes sense. The third movie is coming out this December already. I think it would be a good way to promote it. But isn't the third one supposed to be the last one? Unless it could just be a normal Sonic design, not the movie design. But who knows? I'm kind of doubting it because Sonic's last appearance was kind of recent. So another one that's kind of been popular is the Miles Morales balloon, which I think would definitely work. He's generally one of the most popular characters with the kids out there right now. But Beyond the Spider-Verse is supposed to, I think, end Miles Morales' story unless they go for like his Marvel Comics design for the balloon. But yeah, I don't know if I could really see Miles happening, but it sure would be a nice balloon. Another idea is a new Hello Kitty because her 50th anniversary is coming up. I don't know, I'm kind of doubting it because I feel like, I don't know, they might just not have her in the parade. Or unless they bring back the 2012 balloon, which I'm also doubting. So, I don't know, I just really can't see Hello Kitty coming back personally. Another idea that's been brought up before is a new Dora, which honestly, I don't know. I feel like a new Dora is possible, but I'm kind of doubting it, and I think it's more likely for like the new Dora show to be more represented as a float than as a balloon, because we really have SpongeBob and we have Chase and we have Garfield possibly coming in. Who Garfield could possibly be sponsored by Nickelodeon, so that's why I'm just doubting Dora. I think Dora is probably going to be a float, considering that Nickelodeon has been promoting the show a lot. The reboot. Up next is Optimus Prime, which I'm kind of doubting. I mean, I think it's like the 4-year anniversary of Transformers this year, so I think it would be a nice addition. But I don't know, I'm just not really on with the idea of, like I said, I think it would still be a good addition, but it could also promote Transformers 1, which comes out like a few months before. But I think it would be nice if they do make an Optimus Prime balloon this year for it to be like in the classic Transformers design, similar to what they did with the Power Ranger. Another one is Cocomelon's JJ or John from Cocomelon, whatever. I know lots of people don't want to see this guy, but think about it. Cocomelon is huge globally. It's like Cocomelon on Netflix is like the most watched thing for kids, and I think that just shows how popular the show is, and I think it would be a huge crowd pleaser with the kids. Even though I know lots of teens and adults might not like it, but there's always been characters who teens and adults haven't liked, but kids loved that joined the parade. So I still think there's still a chance for JJ. Another idea that I've brought up this idea, but not a lot of people really thought it would work out is Barbie. And I know Barbie may work out as a float better, but think about it. It feels like something Macy could go for a balloon. Like she's very popular. Like Barbie's very popular and like beloved by kids and adults. So and plus the huge success of the movie from last year. So that's why I just feel like a Barbie balloon would make sense, even though I'm not entirely sure about it. Another idea that's been thought of is the idea of a Moana or Maui or Hi Hi or Pua, because it's like this sequel comes out this Thanksgiving or like around this Thanksgiving, so something to represent in the parade. Personally, I think Maui feels like the most likely choice. I don't know because I think his shape fits for a giant balloon. Plus, with the whole thing last year, where some of the new balloons were voiced by big celebrities, like you have Poe voiced by Jack Black, you had Leo voiced by Adam Sandler, you had Dan voiced by Dan DeVito, and since Maui's voiced by Dwayne Johnson, we could have an. I think it would just make sense. I don't know, but just not the trend of like balloons that have just debuted in a parade last year that were voiced by famous people. So they might want to continue that. I don't know. There was also the idea of a new Superman that was brought up before recently, but I don't know if I could just see it. I know there's the new movie coming out, but these Superman has been in a print since 1987, so I don't know really. And a pretty popular idea actually is Wallace and Gromit joining the parade, which I'm doubting it. I'm doubting it. It doesn't feel. I don't know. It doesn't feel like something that would be in the Macy's parade as a balloon. That's my personal opinion. I know it's the Netflix movie coming out this Christmas, but I just can't see Wallace and Gromit in the parade. And I feel like it's also because how Chicken Run had their thing on Netflix last year. They had like a sequel film last year, and that didn't get represented in the parade. So I'm kind of feeling the same for Wallace and Gromit. Even though I'd say Wallace and Gromit are way more popular than Chicken Run, I just can't see Wallace and Gromit happening. Now, another idea that I'm just doubting is the idea of a new Goku, since it is indeed Dragon Ball's 40th anniversary, plus the Dragon Ball Daima series, and also to honor Akira Toriyama since he passed away earlier this year. But I think what they'll do this year is just bring back the old Goku from 2018, and just after this year they'll retire Goku, or unless Goku's just retired overall and just totally replaced with Luffy. Um, and finally we have Minecraft Steve. Lots of people have told me Steve probably isn't gonna make it in, but honestly, I think Steve is more likely than Super Mario, who's the next character I'm probably gonna be talking about if I'm correct. But I don't know. I feel like I know there was Thomas and there was SpongeBob, and they were hard to do. Steve might be someone else hard to do, but I can see Macy trying to pull it off. Plus, Minecraft's 15th anniversary, and they seem to be going all out for it so far, like with the ding on Netflix. So yeah, now we have to talk about. Speaking of Netflix, yeah, I'll get up to Mario soon, but it was any animated character from Netflix. Like I know Pokemon, but I know there's that Hot Wheels show that seems to be doing pretty well. I know there's that Spellbound movie that's coming out a few days before Thanksgiving. So basically, any animated character from Netflix I think will work, but I don't know if I could see any happening though. Now, unlikely choices, ones I think are unlikely. And like I said, we're starting off with Mario, and I know what you're thinking. Toonie, you think he's the least unlikely, right? And I do not think Mario is the least unlikely. I think there's a character who is way more unlikely than him that I'm about to talk about in a few. But like I said, Nintendo just does not seem interested in this. I don't know. You could brag about it. You could like, I don't know. You could talk about how much you want Mario in the Macy's Parade. You can predict it all you want, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. Then there's Elmo. I know it's Sesame Street's 55th anniversary. Wow, but like Sesame Street hasn't been in a balloon parade for such a long time. It would make so much sense for an Elmo balloon to happen because he's pretty much the face of Sesame Street by now. It's not gonna happen. Another idea that's been brought up is a new SpongeBob, but I'm doubting it. It's gonna happen next year. Next year for sure. I'm positive because there's gonna be a race, another SpongeBob movie. Nickelodeon, you're putting this franchise, you're milking it to death. Like, but I think there will be a new SpongeBob next year to promote the Search for SquarePants, which is coming out in December of 2025. Um, okay, then there's also Smurfette. I know there's the upcoming Smurfs movie with Rihanna in February 2025, and I'm just doubting Smurfette because we just had Papa Smurf a few parades ago, so I'm just doubting Smurfette. Another idea that was brought up was Naruto, and I think Naruto is going to happen, but not yet. I think Naruto is going to happen in a few years from now because he could be Luffy's replacement. That's my guess. Naruto is going to be Luffy's replacement. Uh, another one is Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck, which I'm doubting because honestly, I just can't see them happening. I think Mickey will have a new version in a few years, definitely for his 100th anniversary. I know Donald Duck's 90th anniversary was this year, but they'll probably have a new Donald Duck for the 100th anniversary. That's just my guess. And we got Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck now. I know there's that upcoming Looney Tunes movie, The Day the Earth Blew Up, that's coming up in the fall. But I doubt Warner Bros. Is going to have a Macy's Parade unit to represent it. So, yeah. Then there's the idea of a new chase, which was kind of brought up, but like I'm doubting it. I think the chase we have right now will stay until 2025 because I know there's a third Paw Patrol movie. Like Nickelodeon, you're milking Paw Patrol too much too. That's coming out in 2026. So I think Chase will just the chase we have right now will appear until 2025 and then retire. Now any character from DreamWorks, more specifically Shrek, Gabby the Bad Guys, and Dogman. We already have Poe. The concerned Kung Fu Panda just was kind of not the best movie. I do agree it was not the best movie. We could have another character too, and I mean Shrek. I think Poe will retire in 2025, and then a new Shrek comes in 2026 to promote Shrek 5. Gabby is still very popular. There's gonna be her 10th season already is coming up, and I know there's a movie next year. Same goes for the bad guys. They're also having another. They're gonna have their sequel next year. And Dogman is gonna have his own DreamWorks movie coming up, but it just sounds like DreamWorks really just is only really focusing on Poe and not like any of their newer characters. Like I don't know what DreamWorks do like back to back debuts. Nickelodeon used to do that, but I don't know. Any animated character from Disney Channel 2, this is a very popular one, especially with people on the Twitter DeviantArt animation community, which I just do not want to get close to them anymore. But I've seen lots of them say they want Disney Channel character in the parade. Like but Disney Channel animated Disney Channel characters, they haven't. I'm just doubting it. There's barely any Disney Channel representation. There's never any Disney Channel representation in the parade. We got Peppa Pig, which I'm just doubting. I don't know how it should work. I see people bring it up time to time, but I don't think it's gonna happen. And finally, I'm just gonna bring these two up at once: Reboot Tommy and Reboot Barney. I honestly do not want to see these two happening here. It's not because of the whole kitty show thing, just because it feels so unlikely, and it just I don't know. I know this would get so much hate if both of these either happen. Like if one of these happened, I know people would hate it. So yeah. Now, here's the most unlikely possibility. I've seen people bring this up before, and it's just never gonna happen. I'm talking about Pomni. No way Pomni is gonna happen. I know I've seen so much people say, "Oh, Digital Circus is so popular, so maybe a Pomni balloon." No way Pomni is gonna make it in. Digital Circus, really, I know it's been popular with kids, but I'm not sure if it really was originally supposed to appear with kids, more with teens and young adults. I think this show, and also the fan base is crazy, but I just doubt. I know Glitch might have the money, but I just doubt they're gonna have a Pomni balloon. I doubt they would be interested. I just can't see Pomni happening, and that's why I think Pomni is just the most unlikely choice of all. This is just no way it's gonna happen. But I do want to talk about one character that's deconfirmed, and I know this one definitely ain't appearing, and that's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Due to the whole Elf on the Shelf and Nora debut, Rudolph definitely can't be happening, even though it's like his 60th anniversary. I think it's pretty much deconfirmed. But a Rudolph balloon would still be nice, but I'm just doubting it. And that's the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see if any of these characters I mentioned do make it into the Macy's Parade this year.